Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. I'm excited. Anything that has to do with furry, we'll learn more about that in a minute. Super excited to have Lia Head-Rigby and Mark Beatty from Furry Land. They are members of the Lake Nona Regional Chamber of Commerce, and today they are our Spotlight members. So we're very excited to have you both on the show. Welcome. How are you today?
Doing
Great.
great.
Good.
Thank you for
You're
having
looking
us.
great. Color's good. You look almost looking at professional lighting. That's half the battle with these shows. Before we went live, I shared that the audience loves an origin story, so they kind of want to know a little bit about you. I don't think you were born and you decided you wanted to create or work with Furryland. So give us a 411, and I always like to start with ladies first. So Leah, we'll start with you first. Give us a little background on you.
Okay, I'm the general manager that Mark hired, and I'm here to make all the furry dreams come true. We have decided to take over Central Florida and go from Daytona over to the villages, down to Davenport, on all the way across back to Melbourne. So it's a very wide region, and we have the license to go up to at least 20 vans. So we're excited about being able to have our magical waggin vans over to Florida.
Okay, I appreciate that. And we're going to get to more, but origin story about Leah. Tell me about Leah. You were not born, and all of a sudden, at 2 years old, you were part of Furry Land. So tell us a little bit about you. The audience likes to know a little bit. Were you always on the path to working with Furry Land? How did you get here?
Okay, I am a hospitality and public relations freak. So I think I was born to serve, and whether it's people or not, I was drawn to still be in the industry of where I can use my voice for people, person, things, and then also be the bubbly, smiling as usual person that I can try and be as much as to get the word out for my clients as a publicist. And always working within the hospitality service industry, from Marriott to the Atlantis, born and raised in the Bahamas. And my mom went down on spring break one summer and never went back from Pittsburgh. So I'm also an American citizen because of her, thankfully. And that's how I was looking for a marketing on LinkedIn, and Mark's ad popped up, and it said general manager, and I'm like, oh, well, what is this? And then I saw pets, and I'm like, oh gosh, I could do that. And then we talked, and I'm like, Mark was like, oh, she's crazy. We need to hire her.
Great. There's nothing wrong with crazy, Leah. That's good stuff. All right. Thank you for that. All right, Mark, the big dog. Tell us a little bit about you and your journey to being the big dog at Furryland.
Well, thanks. I don't know. When I was young, we always had pets. Um, and as I got older, I was started in the oil and gas business, and I've always liked the outdoors. And my two little girls, they wanted a dog, and so we were trying to figure out what kind of dog we could get inside the house that would be um, perfect for us. And we decided on getting two little weenie dogs, and they were so cute, and we just loved them to death forever. And then as time went on, I liked to hunt, and so I got a Brittany Spaniel for quail, and enjoyed him for about 12 years until he passed. And I've just kind of been an entrepreneur. I've really never worked for anybody, so I've just looked for opportunities. And I met a lady that has helped me with some other businesses that I have, and she helped me look into this venture, and I thought it looked pretty good and that we could be useful in the community, giving back as well as taking care of people's pets. I mean, if you really look at it, their pets sometimes are actually their children. And so, you got to be really careful and loving. And so we have to hire the right people to do that. And I believe we have that going. And I think as we get more trucks in, well, vans in, and we continue to grow the business, I think we'll be a big asset to the community.
Thank you. So tell us about Furry Land. Tell us the concept. Is it where? Just give us the 411 because I obviously furry gives you a clue. But tell us what services you offer. How people can learn more about you. Give us what really Furry Land is all about.
Leah,
do you want to talk about that, or you want me to?
Sure, I can get into that. We are we've got a fleet of magical wagons going to be storming around Central Florida. We already have two, and we'll be gung ho come spring. What we do is just go to you wherever you are, wherever you and your pet are, and pet could be a dog or a cat. We just had a request for bunny rabbits. And I thought that was strange because they always say you don't bathe bunnies, but we could go and clip their nails. Who knows? We're looking into that. And we had a request for a pig, 200-pound pig. So we're looking into that. But, we're just going to be traveling around the whole region, just making sure to give self-care to the fur babies of the world. There are a lot of people who don't have the ability to even, sometimes bend down or being able to give the extra attention that they need, and they want to, and they have the funds to do it. So they say, "Well, I'm at work. Can you come there?" I'm like, "Sure, we'll come wherever you are." And as long as there's enough of a parking spot, we're good to go. So we're very self-contained. We don't need to plug into anything. We're just a beautiful fleet of Mercedes Sprinter vans. So they're very tall and stately and gives the groomers enough space to be able to do what they need to do.
So, mobile pet grooming. To sum it up. Hold on, Mark. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, so as Leah was saying about the Sprinter vans, Mercedes Sprinter vans, we also have state-of-the-art equipment inside. I mean, the vans are very well built to deal with small animals all the way up to, as Leah said, maybe a 200-pound dog if we had to do one. But they're clean. Everything that we do, we try to do at 110% as far as being immaculate, being on time, taking care of the customer, and especially taking care of their pet. That's just one of our goals that we have, and we want to be number one in Central Florida at some point.
And they're the babies. They're your babies, your fur babies.
That's right.
They're part of
Leah
your family. They are family.
Yeah, Leah has a lot of cute names for them.
We love little gifts. We travel around with swags in the basket, little mini frisbees and tennis balls. Who doesn't love a tennis ball? You're all muted.
Sorry, there's a little echo. Tell me whose idea it was to be part of the Lake Nona Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, both of us.
Okay,
we have very similar vision, and he'll text me in the middle of the night, and then I put it into action. And he lives in Texas, and I'm here, and we work very well together. And we're just trying to make sure we're part of the right type of groupings of people. There's so many different ways we could go, and Nona just has their stuff together. And to be a part of the chamber is just a thrill.
it's a beautiful thing, right? I feel like Don and Madeline and their entire team do such. We talked about this, Leah, before we went live. They do such a great job of making sure, as a chamber member, you are engaged, or at least have as much opportunity to engage as you would want.
Yes, and Danielle, they're very communicative. They're really good at it, and they're sending you things all the time. Like you said, there's opportunities and like things Mark will say, "Hey, did you see that?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we should do that." And he's just like, "Wow, all these things all the time." It's lovely.
It's so much that sometimes it's overwhelming, but I love the fact that there is so much and they get behind you all, as all of us as members. I'm a member as well. They get behind us as members and they really do want our businesses to succeed, and they really do connect us with people. So kudos and shout out always to our Lake Nona Regional Chamber of Commerce family and leadership. All right, Mark and Leah, what is the best way for people to find you and find out more about your services?
Well, you can definitely find us online um, at it's Furryland Orlando and
It's furryland.us.
or .us. That's right. And we have do you have the Leah? Do you have the 800 number handy?
Go ahead.
Sure, eight
Read
seven
out the
seven
number. I love it.
877 726 3345
Right.
or furryland.us.
Or furryland.us. All right, Mark, Leah, thank you so much for being on the show. Anything that has to do with our furry babies, you know I'm going to support it and love on it. Lake Nona Regional Chamber of Commerce is an amazing organization that brings people together just like Leah and Mark. I'm a member, they're members. But listen, we all know the grooming can be a challenge for our pets, especially if you're taking them somewhere. So, how amazing for them to be treated right there in your own backyard or front yard or wherever side yard you can fit. And you can be there for it. It's less stressful for a lot of the animals. And that's why I'm such a big proponent of anything that's mobile for them to make them feel comfortable. Leah, thank you. Mark, thank you so much. Furryland.us. I'm sure you can find them anywhere else. Leah, we will put the 877 number in the comments below. But you can also find them on the Lake Nona Reach, lakenonacc.org. You can search for Furryland and you can find all their links there as well. Thank you both for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
and hope
Ted.
to meet you soon.
Have a
Awesome. All
great
right,
day.
guys. Furryland.us. You guys asked me about pet. I get asked about everything. This is one you definitely want to check out. So furryland.us. And we'll put the 877 number in the comments below. All right, guys.